Hello everyone, today we are checking out King by Enna Alouette. Now, I'm very excited about this. I actually do know this song. I know how King sounds. I don't know if I've actually heard the original, but I know this is like a massive VTuber cover song that a lot of VTubers do, and I'm super excited to see how Enna covers this song. We've heard quite a bit of Enna now. We've heard her in a couple of originals, and we've even heard her group song. So I'm excited to see how this cover sounds. I'm very, very excited, especially because this song is a gold mine for just a vocalist to show off their inflection and how they can play with their voice. And it's got a lot of just hard-hitting notes that that are very fun to hear. So I'm excited. Let's get right into it. In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, we've got this synth instrumental backed with these ooh. She's got this interesting effect on her voice. I was expecting a lot more like a reverb or echo, but her voice is like compressed here. It's somewhat flat. You can hear that there's not a lot of volume to it, but but I think it's intentional because she's singing in this relaxed tone, this laid back tone. Let's rewind a bit. I can kind of like you can kind of visualize she's relaxing. She's on her throne here. She's laying back and she's singing this. It's like reflective. And usually a lot of vocalists, when they sing King, they'll just try to pour their energy into it. And from the very beginning, they'll speak out, projecting and trying to put their all into it, and that's great. That's a lot of fun. But what I believe Enna is doing here is she's leaving a lot of room so that she can make some serious contrast when she does project and when she does get really hype. So I think this is a smart move from Enna, giving her room to build up. Alright, she's still got this nice. Alright, so now we're getting more of that projection. Now she's and you can see it's kind of timed, like when she's away from the throne here in the visual, and as she goes away from the throne, it's like she's standing up from the throne. She's getting up, she's getting off her seat, and her voice is now projecting more. She's raising in pitch, and it's got more volume to it. I believe the vocal effect, the compression on her voice also seems to go away a bit. Let me check. Yes. All right. That's very nice attention to the mix there. You can hear her voice is somewhat like faded or compressed through the intro, and then as she leaves the throne, that compression comes off and it lets her project. That's nice. Ooh. Alright, now her voice has that volume. Now we're starting to hype up, and we've got that build up with the bass, with these bass notes, and I believe they're backed up by a clapping snare. Let me hear that again. Yeah, it sounds like we've got this digital drum set, and I got these wave synths, which I was not expecting. I don't think I've ever heard the King instrumental with this kind of synth backing. Perhaps I just didn't pay enough attention when I've heard King before, but this instrumental sounds very unique, and it's working with her very well, because you can hear we've got these layered vocals here. when you've got that wave synth supports this kind of layered vocals, this sort of harmony very well, because we've got this lower register backing her up, and I want to say it almost feels ethereal, but not in a symphonic sense, in more of like a digital sense. And I know that's a bit vague. I can't just say something's ethereal in a digital sense and expect you to know what I mean. But if you hear this, if you listen to that, it sounds like there's more reverb on the lower pitch. It sounds like, so we're keeping the same vocal settings, the vocal tone as the introduction, but now there's no compression effect on it. So we got that introduction, and now she's singing in that same pitch, but it feels more full because we don't have that compression, and it's also backed up by a underlying vocal track with a bit of reverb on it. So now it feels like we're blooming. It feels like we're building up, and the mix is blooming, and now we've got this wave synth and snare hype building it up, and we're about to pop off here. I like that. Yes. She's adding this growl to it. Left side, right side, and her projection is beautiful here. She's going to that higher pitch, and it contrasts really well, especially after we got that lower backing vocal. So if we go back just a little bit, that transition from the lower backing vocal backing her up, and then we bloom into that chorus, and she's going left side, and she's growling that, and it sounds beautiful. Yes. And you can still hear the layered vocals in the back of the mix. You can still hear that it's not just one vocal track, but it's still you can see the layered vocals. The second vocal track, it lowers in the mix because now it's focused on her, but we still have that vocal track backing her up, so we're adding volume, we're adding intensity to it, and that's the point, right? You want this part to be intense. She's growling this, she's going up in pitch, but it doesn't feel too high because we still have that backing vocal filling in the lower parts of the mix. Nice. Ooh, and she sang that, and now she says it kind of more chill, but like more serious. She sang it, and then she's got this serious speaking tone. Ooh. I like that. I believe that chime note, or that I'm not sure if that's like a xylophone or if it's a synth or like a digital instrument that they're using, but instead of the weird beep sound that happens in the normal King, she had a chime, which I think suits the song much better. I'm very happy that they did that, and we've got this nice vocal mixture. And listening to this, I'm not sure if these are just a multitude of vocal tracks, or if it's just like 2 or 3 vocal tracks and one of them has an octave effect on it. Because if we go back a little bit here, it sounds, the octaves sound, well, I'm not sure if those were octaves or just straight up pitch ups and pitch downs. I think those are very exact. So if she sang just multiple vocal tracks for all of those, I am beyond impressed with her vocal control, because that is stellar vocal control. And if that was simply just an octave effect on it, I still think that was a very smart play in the mix, because it adds this variation to the song that, I mean, this song is very fast. It's not a long song, but keeping that constant variation, but still the familiarity of the rhythm, that's a great way. Just keep the interest churning, keep the listeners focused on it. And I think that was a very, very attractive sound to appeal to in the mix. And now we've got the drums again, building up. Nice. We need to go back. If you hear that right there. Ooh, okay, I love how the front of the mix sounds here, but I want to hear more of the back of the mix there, because in the vocals that are backing her up, the harmonies she's doing here, she goes up high and she adds an inflection to that. You can hear that. I'm gonna go back one more time because that was beautiful. Oh, the way she says hitotsu, the front of the mix is just hitotsu, so it enforces the rhythm, but the back of the mix where she's singing there, she is showing off her vocals. She's adding inflection. It's wavy. It's stylish, and I love that. Nice. And these harmonies here. Ooh. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard those harmonies in another King cover. I don't know. It's been quite a while since I listened to King, but I think these are just her doing it. And can I just say that is beautiful, not only in the rhythm but also in just the harmony choice she had there. She easily could have gone with a very simple rhythm, but she purposefully elongates the note, and then it's here. Let me go back. She goes bum 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 bum. I believe I heard that right. Let me go one more time. Bum 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 bum. Obviously, my vocal control is nowhere near hers, but you can hear that sense of rhythm and the ability to hit those notes. I want to hear that louder in the mix, but for the purpose of the song, I understand that is still a perfect balance here, because we've got this chorus here, we've got these powerful lyrics, but we still got this beauty, this royal elegance in the back of the mix. It speaks majesty, and I love that, because she is truly. I feel like the back of the mix is what makes this cover so unique, because the front of the mix, it sounds great, it sounds powerful, it sounds soft when it needs to, but the back of the mix is where Enna is showing off what she can do, and I love it. Ooh, she went higher here. Nice, and we've got the key change. Ooh, nice. Let's go back. She jumped that. She did a straight up skip. She did a straight up skip to that note. What the heck? Oh my god. And then she runs it back down. And she ran that back down staccato. She did a perfect staccato run down. Usually you'll hear a run down, but it'll be like a legato to ease back down. But she did accurate staccato jumps back down. She did a one flash jump up, and then multiple sharp jumps down. And I don't mean sharp as in sharp in key. I mean sharp in, like, there was no leeway for her to, like, have any error. She did those notes spot on. Nice, we got the wave synth again. Nice. Beautiful. That was wonderful. Alright, I understand why you guys were recommending this cover to me so much. If I had any complaint at all, my only complaint was I don't think she needs that much compression at the beginning of the cover, right here. Oh, well, a little earlier maybe. If I can find it. Here. She sounds beautiful here, but my biggest problem was I noticed, the first thing I noticed and throughout this section was the guitar. And I feel like while that's wonderful for a song, and I love the guitar lick here, I think for a cover, the vocals need to be a massive hook at the beginning. So I think what I would have done if I was on the mix was I would have let the introductory vocals have just be her voice normally, like without as much compression or even maybe a little bit of reverb, and then I would have slowly taken down the reverb and then put on the compression, and that so that I could take off the compression later for that effect of projection. But other than that, I mean, this was an amazing cover, and Enna did a beautiful job. I want to see who did the instrumental. Let's see, Music Canaria. Is this the original soundtrack? I if it is, maybe I was just mistaken in my thinking, that because I always thought that the original King soundtrack had this like harsh beep noise and had a lot more a stronger guitar. I do not remember it having this much wave synth in it, and I really like this wave synth, and I really like these chimes and these soft tones that have been added to it, because it feels much more royal and elegant when it's got all this flavor and ambient easiness, but so that the vocalist can I'm stuttering over my words. I am so excited, but it's so the vocalist can emphasize their own power in the mix. I'm stuttering so much. I'm so sorry. But yeah, let's see. We got illustration from Mooney, mix from Misery P, vocals and Alouette. All right, here the arrangement. Okay, here's the arrangement. I don't know who this is. I'm sure they're very talented. I believe this is the individual who decided to go with the wave synth and the chimes, and I have to say I really like that decision. So I'm very impressed with the arrangement, very impressed with the vocals. The mix was great as well. But yeah, thank you so much for recommending this to me. I am super happy with this cover. I'd love to see more from Enna, more from NIJISANJI, more from just any musical artists. So feel free to suggest in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much.